Dear Future Carla, today is January 16, 2020, and this is entry 16. So if you watched the video from yesterday, you will notice that I said it was January 14th. And for those of you who don't read the description, you might think, gee willikers, Carla missed a day of recording. The reality is, Carla recorded for the 15th and edited on the 15th, uploaded on the 15th, but did not re-record the first part of that video to correct herself. Today was pretty good. Went back into the city today, and boy was it exhausting. It wasn't exhausting because of the amount of work that I had to do. However, it was exhausting because past Carla made a decision that affected future Carla. What do I mean by that? If you haven't heard, there's a show called The Circle on Netflix. Future Carla, I'm hoping that there's been 1 or 2 more seasons, but if not, currently in 2020, there's only 1 season of The Circle on Netflix. And in the beginning of the year, Netflix released The Circle, and The Circle had I think maybe 7-8 episodes. And then they would release a bunch of episodes on Wednesdays. Turns out, yesterday, they released several episodes, including the finale. And past Carla was like, okay, I could totally binge this. I won't regret this. I'll be fine. And today, future Carla woke up being like, I regret this. But the reality is that Carla did not regret it too much, because I'm really glad I got to sit down, lay down, experience The Circle, watch the finale, sit through everything, and enjoy it organically. Although I currently don't mind reading ahead and getting spoiled for things, it was nice being able to sit through everything and be like, oh, what? Like, going through all the natural reactions that had to be gone through for The Circle. And I'm not sure if you guys heard of this little animation or meme, but there's one that's like, Rebecca! I was shouting that internally and externally the entire time towards the end of The Circle. It was amazing. And that is something that past Carla did that affected future Carla, and that's why today I'm tired. I looked at the time and I was like, damn, it's 8:30. I need to record this video. But the other part of me was like, man, I would like a nap. But here I am, recording this video. I'm gonna edit it, I'm gonna upload it, and then rinse and repeat. Also, I think I told you yesterday, but it's official. I got my new job. I'll be officially working in the city in February, which is going to be cool. It's going to be a bit of a lifestyle change. Not too crazy because, the hours are similar-ish, and the commute shouldn't be that bad. But I'm sure that the commute will still take some stuff out of me. And depending on how much energy the top job takes out of me, we'll see if that affects the video qualities. Part of me is tempted to be like, maybe I'll do the videos in the city then, in different locations, and then it'll be cool. The other part of me is like, nah, I'd rather do it at home where it's quiet, the audio could be good. So we'll see where Dear Future Carla goes, but I intend on continuing this series throughout the year. I don't know how long I want to continue it, but I think having it throughout all 2020 would be cool. That way I have around 300 plus of Dear Future Carla, and it will be cool. What else? Well, the whole point I told you that story earlier is just to emphasize the fact of how much your current decisions now affect your future self in the future. So when I was making that decision yesterday, and I was laying there and I was like, do I want to play another episode of The Circle? I did ask myself, how would Future Carla feel about this in the morning? And every single time I was like, Future Carla won't mind. This show is real good. I trudged on. And although I was really tired today, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, got myself a coffee, and I went through it at like 7 o'clock p.m. today. I took a nap. So that helped. But yeah, Future Carla, just keep on thinking like you usually think. Hopefully you'll be the same way as now, where you actually do ask yourself and you do pause and say, hey, current Carla, how would future Carla be affected by this decision? I know it sounds a little bit crazy to be asking yourself this, especially if you're not in the habit of asking this. But future Carla, I'm sure you'll have a lot of experience because you've been doing this for quite some time. But for all of you out there who don't do this periodically, I think it's great for you to check in on yourself constantly and be like, hey, current me, how would future me feel about this? Hey, current me, would this make a lot of work for future me to deal with? I think that's the big lesson for you to learn today and for you to just hammer on in is make decisions to benefit your future self. Because even though current you might enjoy the decisions you're making, it's going to affect future you, and future you is going to want to kick past you's butt. And in some cases, the repercussions are more severe than others. For me today, it was just lack of sleep, and it wasn't that major. But for others, some actions you take now as current you is really going to save future you a lot of a headache. If you haven't watched The Circle, I highly recommend it. It's a reality TV show that really looks into social media and kind of sticks a bunch of strangers in this like apartment building complex where the only knowledge they gain from each other is through the social media app that they created that is voice activated. It's really interesting. Contestants who are on that show try to figure out, if the people they're talking to are genuine or not. Are they catfishing or not? It's really cool. It's the kind of show that I enjoy binge watching because you don't have to be 100% invested in the plot lines and stuff. It's not a show you have to be dropping everything to pay attention to. You could easily be doing some chores while watching this show. It's one of those guilty pleasure shows that I enjoy that, allow me to do something else while having it noise in the background. And yes, if I do get sucked in, I might watch it in bed, but it's not a big deal. So anyways, there are 2 assignments for today. 1, check out The Circle if you haven't already. 2, think carefully about past you and future you. Continue developing the habit of asking yourself those questions. Thirdly, this little guy still has no name. Put any name suggestions in the comments below. Even if future Carla does see them after this guy is named, future Carla will still appreciate name suggestions because she could use them in the future. So it's no big deal. And lastly, if there's any other cool shows on Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever streaming platform exists out in the future that you recommend for me to check out, the requirements is that it should be something that doesn't require 100% of my attention to watch. So no The Witcher, no really plot-heavy shows, and no horror. I won't watch it. I like more lighthearted things. Ciao, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!